What is up, guys? My name is Wenster. Welcome back to the channel, The Average Fighter. Before we jump into anything, I want to give a shout out to all the people who have been supporting the channel. Thank you. It means so much to me. And for those who haven't done so yet, make sure you mash that subscribe button and also the notification, so anytime something new drops, you guys are going to be up to date with that. I also wanted to see if we could work together so I could reach the 100 sub goal for the channel. I would appreciate that as well. And I am doing streaming a lot more often now, and also if you guys want to hit me up on Twitter, both of those channels are going to be at Evil Wenster, so if you guys want to hit me up there. And without further ado, let's jump straight into today's discussion video. Okay guys, so with Infinite about to be released within the next couple of weeks, I really wanted to talk about and discuss the new wave of players that are going to be coming. They're going to have a lot of questions. They're going to want to know how to go to tournaments, how to get to their locals, and how to play fighting games as a whole. And that's something that I really wanted to discuss with you and try to help you guys out on getting to your locals or practicing, whatever the case may be. But the most important is actually getting into the FGC. Now, looking from the outside in, seeing like the top players duke it out can be very intimidating for newer players. And worry not. They are regular people. Believe it or not, they're regular people. So don't be intimidated. I know it takes some time to get good at fighting games, but that's when your desire kicks in and how much you really want this, really kicks in. You gotta practice. You gotta actually do the work to actually get good. And then sooner or later, the game is gonna be a lot more easier for you, and you'll have a lot more confidence. But in the beginning, a lot of players feel like that. They don't wanna waste their time, so they're just gonna get bodied. But as long as you remove that mentality, you will be fine, and you will open your door to many more opportunities within the FGC. Now that you've been practicing your combos, you understand how fighting games work, you wanna go to locals, you wanna go to tournaments. And of course, with these tournaments come other players that have put their time, their effort into whatever game you're playing. And of course, there's going to be some heckling, some shit talking. At this point, one tip that I would love to give you guys is you guys gotta have that thick skin. And if you don't have thick skin, you're probably not going to make it too far. Now, I'm not saying the whole FGC is straight shit talking, straight heckling. There's the esports part of it where it's super professional. And I'm not saying they do it all the time, but there is going to be some heckling, some shit talking. If you go to an out-of-state tournament or out-of-state local, people are going to root for you automatically because they don't want the outside person to win. They want someone within their own scene to prove that their scene is better than that scene. And that is always going to come with it. Not to say that the whole FGC is like that, but that's always going to be with it. Thick skin and harness that energy that they're inputting into you so you could output it into the game, and it's going to empower you. And if you start to have that thick skin, it's going to really take you far because you're going to just tune out the heckling. Some players can't, some players can, but I just want to give you that tip that you guys need to have some thick skin to make it far. Now, the next thing that I did want to talk about, guys, if a game has been out for so many years and you're a little late to the party, I get it. You couldn't afford it at the time of the release or whatever other reason, and you finally want to get into that game. Just because there's a little time difference between you and some other players doesn't mean that it's ever too late to learn any game. If there's a game that you really like and you want to practice it, you practice that game. Show the support for the game. Just because you're a little late doesn't mean that you're going to be a bad player. I mean, you might be the next Daigo for all I know. As long as you support the game and practice it and show that you want to play it, you're going to obviously learn. And it's never too late to learn any game. I mean, if you look at Street Fighter 5, I think Street Fighter 5 has been out for like a year, maybe a year and a half. And I'm barely getting into it. I've always had it, but it was like at the beginning of the initial release, I really didn't like it. But that's neither here nor there. It just shows that I'm actually getting back into the game and I really want to learn it, and I really want to show that I could actually play it, and I really want to set myself up and play a variety of games and not just play Marvel. Now, the next one, guys, is something that personally bugs me. Now, I'm not trying to say that if you go to a tournament, you got to play in the tournament. No. But what I am trying to say is I go to tournaments and I see these players, right? And I know that they're really good players. And I ask them, like, hey, like, why didn't you enter the tournament? Oh, well, I know I'm going to get bodied. Like, why even try? So I just came to watch. Or I know that there's too many top players. I'll never make it. And that kind of upsets me. Now, again, if you go to a tournament to watch, that's fine. But if you go to a tournament and you're watching because you don't want to play, because you don't want to get bopped, I mean, What kind of excuse is that? If you get bopped, that's fine. You know how many times I have gotten bopped? I've got bodied countless times, and that's fine. Everyone gets bodied. If you get that experience and you go to your tournaments and you join in and learn, get that experience and probably turn into something better. Be better the next tournament that you go to, and maybe next time that person who would body you, you would do them the favor of bodying them. Never be scared of the top player, and never be scared to enter a tournament because you think you're just gonna get bodied. Gain that experience. Be the better player for the next tournament. Now guys, the best advice that I could give any new player to get in the FGC is go to your local tournament. Support your local scene. By doing that, you're gonna make connections. You're gonna learn how to play the game. And it's gonna probably take you some time. It's not gonna be done overnight, man. I'll tell you that much. I wish it was done overnight. But you're gonna get bodied, you're gonna get frustrated, you're gonna go 0-2, and you're gonna feel like you wasted money. Yeah, but at the same time, you're gonna gain new friends, new experiences. You're gonna learn how to deal with something you couldn't in the past. If you practice and you continue to go, make some great friends, and you're gonna learn how to play your favorite fight. And a lot of aspects in one fighting game could be applied to others. So you're gonna learn how to play fighting games as a whole. And that's probably the best advice that I could give any new player. As long as you go to your locals, you'll be fine. Now guys, if you have any more tips that you would love to give some new players, or any experiences that you had that you would love to share, make sure that you leave them in the comments below. I'm pretty sure someone might need to read those, and I do read them as well. So if any tips you could give me, man, I mean, I would highly appreciate it. Make sure you leave it in the comments below. I would love to read those. With that being said, guys, I want to thank you again for tuning in. My name is Wenster. This is The Average Fighter, and I will check you guys out later.